Hi, today let's talk about the endowment effect. Part 1. What is the endowment effect? The endowment effect describes how people tend to value items that they own more highly than they would if they did not belong to them. This means that as sellers, we often unconsciously overvalue an item just because we already own it. A great example is when psychologists tested some participants. Some were given a mug, and the others were not. Participants who received mugs demanded nearly twice as much to sell them as others were willing to pay. Simply owning the mug made it feel more valuable. Part 2. Why does it happen? This phenomenon is strongly linked to loss aversion. The fear of losing something is twice as painful as the joy of winning the equal amount. Research also suggests evolutionary roots, because items connected to survival or status trigger stronger effects. Part 3. Case studies. Example 1. Memories inflate car prices. This anomaly can be found when we are aiming to sell our long-loved cars or apartment. The sum of all positive, heart-softening memories might trigger our brain to set an unrealistic price simply because we are filled with emotions. Example 2. Free trials hook you in. Many companies offer trial periods, which also indicate this effect because we are entitled with a virtual ownership of a thing, service. Therefore, we are less likely to unsubscribe from paying. The common logic behind the thinking is, now that I have already paid for the service, I don't want to cancel it because I might need it any time. Example 3. Childhood toys feel priceless. Psychologists also concluded that previous ownership increases valuation of the product. A toy from childhood might make you willing to pay a lot of money because you simply had it in the past. Therefore, a sentimental attachment was formed. This could explain why old relics might be sold for a small, or larger, fortune on the web. Example fear. Multiple round job interviews. The endowment effect isn't limited to physical objects. Just think about a multiple round job interview. As you advance, you start to imagine being already in that role, as if you're already owning that job. The disappointment of rejection is much heavier than if you had been rejected after the first round. Fortunately, there are many strategies that help overcome this concept. Part 4. How to avoid it. Avoid psychological ownership. When buying something, be aware of sales tactics. Car dealers might ask you to imagine driving the car, or a shop assistant might encourage you to try it out. These strategies create a false sense of ownership, which makes it harder to walk away. Remind yourself, you don't own it yet. Consider opportunity costs. When selling an item, don't just think of the memories attached. Ask yourself, what else could I do with the money if I sold this at market value? This mental shift helps balance emotions with logic. Reframe your perspective. Instead of focusing on what you're losing by giving something up, try thinking about what you're gaining: space, money, or the ability to buy something that actually improves your life. This reframing makes letting go easier. Have you ever overpaid just because you own something? Share it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Bye!